Power Lunch hits the road this week. 5 big days, 5 big cities. First stop, Miami. The boss behind the red-hot heat, the biggest man in basketball, and the massive cruise liner carnival billionaire Mickey Arison joins the roadshow. Then, hotel mogul Jonathan Tisch talks about his high-end Lowe's hotels and the boom in Miami tourism. Plus, where to still make money on Miami real estate from 2 of the city's biggest real estate agents. And the plastic surgery boom, the Latin music scene, and Power Lunch cuisine, which are hot, hot, hot. Power Lunch's Big Roadshow begins in Miami right now.
And it is surprisingly a beautiful day, as you would imagine, at South Beach. We're at the Lowe's Hotel here on the what has become a very crowded South Beach. Very popular destination, it goes without saying, for a lot of the tourism trade, which is one of the hallmarks of Miami. And we welcome you for this Monday as Power Lunch kicks off the big roadshow this week. And we begin with what is arguably one of the hottest real estate markets in the country. We'll talk about that. We'll look at the tourism business in this town, and of course it goes without saying that this can be considered the gateway for the nation to Latin America, to the Caribbean, and all parts south and east. So we're looking for a great day here. You'll meet some of the top business leaders in Miami, including Mickey Arison, as you heard, and as I said, we'll talk to 2 of the best-known real estate agents in what is arguably the hottest real estate market in the country. So a busy couple of hours, but one of the reasons we come to these various cities is to learn some of the big stories in those cities, and Michelle Caruso-Cabrera has...
The proximity to Latin America makes trade very big here in Miami, and of course, like much in the rest of the country, real estate is extremely big. And Craig is the reporter at the Wall Street Journal who's been following this trial all the way along. Meantime, let's get back down to Florida. Bill's in Miami, and Bill, we'll toss it back to you.
Well, you are the last person I can think of who would need cosmetic surgery, Rebecca Quick. But there are plenty of people here in this part of the country who make this a very big business, and we'll talk to one of the top cosmetic surgeons in the Miami region when Power Lunch continues after this.
Pacific Life is proud to bring you Power Lunch. For insurance, annuities, investments, choose Pacific Life. The power to help you succeed.
The latest statistics say that Americans last year spent $8 billion with a B dollars on cosmetic surgery. That's a lot of tummy tucks out there. And a lot of it occurs here in this part of the country. Joining us is one of the top cosmetic surgeons in the Miami area, Dr. Stefan Baker. Dr. Baker, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I don't mean to sound like a Puritan, but do we really need all, you tell me, body contouring, facial refreshing?
Well, in Miami, it's important to look good.
Yes, it is.
You have a lot of outdoors activities, so there's a lot of body contouring surgery being done, from breast implants to liposuction to tummy tucks. And also because of the sun, there's a lot of premature aging that people suffer.
The premature aging I can understand, but with the tummy tucks and the butt lifts and all the, who is it we're trying to look like?
We're trying to look the best we can. It's not we're trying to be like somebody else.
But what's wrong with what I've got already? You know what I mean?
If you've had 3 kids and your tummy is just not up to speed anymore, it's worthwhile to get it tightened up again and make yourself useful again so you can wear a bathing suit. That's a 2-piece bathing suit and enjoy your life more. It's a quality of life issue.
It's not the older customers or patients either. You're getting newer and younger patients, aren't you?
There are different groups. The younger patients are very much interested in breast augmentation surgery here in Miami. And as folks have had kids, then they're thinking about breast lifting surgeries, tummy tuck surgeries. And then the early 40 group starts looking a lot at facial rejuvenation surgery, Botox also, and fillers such as collagen, Restylane, hyaluronic acid.
How safe is all of that? I mean, I realize who I'm asking here, and you have a vested interest in all this, but when I've had all of this work done, what am I going to look like in 20 years?
Well, that really depends on the surgeon that you're picking. Good plastic surgery looks natural, and that is a very, very important part. It should not look plastic. It should not look done. And it's very important that it's not overdone. Some things just get done too much to an extreme, and then it's very apparent to everyone. Good plastic.
Have you ever had a patient that you said, no, I'm done now. I cannot do any more on
Absolutely. And it's very important to say no. And also, when you're working on a patient, you got to understand what the goals are. And the goals are not to look like somebody else, but to make you look the best you can, and not have it visible to everyone else. Good plastic surgery is really not visible. It's bad plastic surgery that you see that you can recognize readily.
87% of those that you'll see, or at least in this industry, are women.
That's true.
What do men come to you for?
Men also come for body contouring, liposuction, the love handles, the spare tire around the tummy, also tummy tucks increasingly, and then also facial rejuvenation surgery when they start getting too heavy around the eyes, etc.
Hair transplants, I'm sure.
Hair transplants are very important, certainly.
Yes,
absolutely.
I'm hep to that.
Yeah.
It might be an indelicate question, but I'm curious. Are there certain procedures that have a higher profit margin than others for your business?
There are certain procedures that are very commonly performed, and therefore the profit margin is relatively low. It depends on what the implied risk is for the patient. When you're dealing with facial rejuvenation surgery, a face is a very important item to a person.
Right.
So the relative risk goes up. If you're doing a liposuction, that you could cover up if you end up with a bad outcome, but on a face, the stakes are very high.
So you're saying that the riskier the procedure, the more I'm going to pay for that necessarily?
Probably.
I was looking at the growth rate of certain procedures. Is that why the lower body lifts and the buttock lifts are some of the fastest growing right now?
Well, no, that's another reason. The body lifts are targeting a market that's called a bariatric surgery market. Those are the folks that have lost 150 pounds, 200 pounds with the stomach stapling, etc. And they have so much redundant skin that you have to go circumferentially around the trunk to remove all that hanging skin. So that is going in conjunction with the growth in bariatric surgery, or weight reduction surgery.
But you know what? I don't consider that in the same category as an elective surgery of somebody who just wants to look like their favorite movie star. You know what I mean?
Well, first of all, you can't look like anybody else but yourself, and that's a very important thing to point out to people. We're not trying to transform you. We're trying to optimize your appearance so that you have a higher quality of your life.
And how long have you been doing this? Are you seeing that many more people coming to you these days? Do you see an exponential growth?
It's definitely been a growth because of the baby boomers. In the past, people had facelifting surgery at age 65 after retirement. Nowadays, they're coming in at age 40, 41, 42 because they want to restart their life, and also they want to maintain a youthful appearance. They don't want to ever get to look old. So it's a preventive measure in those scenarios.
Dr. Stefan Baker, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining us
My
today.
pleasure.
I appreciate it very much. Cosmetic
Thank you very much.
Dr. Stefan Baker. We'll take a break, come back. You come to Miami, you got to talk about the Miami Sound Machine, Gloria Estefan. We've got Emilio Estefan himself, the Latin music impresario, to talk about the explosion in Latin entertainment as Power Lunch starts to wrap up from Miami after this.